Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We are focusing in on the new year on another important segment of your recovery journal, and that is having a section where you declare a mentor, a individual who you aspire, who you look up to, not necessarily who you idealize, but who you relate to, who resonates with you. A mentor. It can be somebody in your community. It can be somebody who is a public figure. It can be someone who is a historical figure. It can be a religious figure. It can be a artist. It can be a movie star. It can be a musician. It can be an artist. It can be a painter. It can be a seamstress. Somebody who you admire. And this can be somebody who speaks out to you, something about their principles, their qualities, the way in which they conduct themselves, their life, something about them that really stands out and resonates with you. I want you to declare in your recovery journal, I want you to have a section that basically helps you to identify and select at least 5 to 10 mentors in your life. And not that you're necessarily going to have to contact them, but I want you to really identify these and describe these in your recovery journal. So your mentor could be somebody who you've always admired and perhaps even formatted or had as a role model to you in your life. The reason why this is so important to define and distinguish a role model is because it will help you get back into the seat of your strength, your ability, your focus, and help you to determine your future moving forward. Remember that when you are suffering at the hands and the mercy of a psychopathic abuser, a narcissistic abuser, chances are they have had extremely unrealistic expectations of you. So you have been hitherto trying to live your life, format your life, blueprint your life to satisfy them, to satisfy a wish that will never ever be fulfilled. So chances are you have experienced a feeling of defeat, dejection, self-remorse, self-regret, beating oneself up, etc. And living in a state of confusion, perplexity, and living to really sort of question yourself, question your strengths, question your abilities, wondering where you're going from here. Where am I going now? When you have a mentor, someone who is, you feel, exemplary of the different qualities that you admire. So you might admire a certain movie star or a rock star or somebody, a filmmaker, somebody who's a designer, somebody who's an interior designer, somebody who stands out to you, who you really have in your life as someone who you admire as a mentor. I want you to take some time and write out at least 5 mentors in your life who you can, and this again is for your eyes only, but who you admire. And if you can write their names down and then also get a picture or have a picture that you can cut and paste in your recovery journal, I think that'll be very important because this begins a new circle of influence in your life. This creates a new energetic vibration. This creates a new focus, a new connection, a new life, and it will bring energy and life and healing to you if you are able to identify true role models who truly inspire you, truly who you look up to and you drive and desire to be like. Because if you do this and really take the time to write these out so you identify and know who they are, if you don't have any role models, take some time to think about this. But it's very important because if you can have this detailed out in your recovery journal, my mentors, have pictures cut off of them, and then write, 5 to 10 descriptions of them, why you admire these individuals. And as you get this out on paper, it will come to life. It will speak to you. The written word is also a visual. And so if you can have more written word that is positive and inspirational, it'll speak to you, it'll get you on track. It will help you to keep focused and focused and moving forward in the new year, or really for the rest of your life, along the lines that you wish to develop. You wish to become more like these individuals. A mentor is a coach, is someone who is exemplary and perhaps more developed on these certain qualities that you admire. So these can be physical qualities. I'm going to take my hat and put this over the microphone because I know it tends a little bit of wind here. But you know, the mentor is someone who you look up to, you admire. Perhaps, you know, they had a this mentor who you look up to. It could be the Pope. I know people have a lot of different. It's a very personal and unique selection. So you might admire these people for certain specifics. Their stand on certain laws, their stand on certain principles, how they carry themselves, how they conduct themselves, their creative style, something that about them that really emanates and speaks to you and you alone. And I want you to identify these, my mentors, in your recovery journal. And I want you to get a picture of them, and I want you to write out 5 to 10 qualities that you really admire about them. And realize, most importantly, that you admire these people oftentimes because you possess the very qualities with which you see resonating or speaking out to you. And the very idea is that there is a latent talent, a latent ability, a latent voice that is waiting to be emanating from you and become more active in your life once you're able to identify this and then keep this in front of you. And then as you start to do this and gaze upon a picture of this mentor, you're able to soak in their energy. And what I mean by soaking in their energy, you're able to feel their charisma, their personality, that which they stand for, their principles, that which they emanate, that which contains all the good that they have produced in the world. And as you're able to do that, your subconscious mind is absorbing and is really starting to get connected to their energy, their devotion. Perhaps you understand their hard work that has taken them to arise to where they are. Perhaps you identify with their discipline of mind or thought. Perhaps you identify with their creative abilities. Perhaps you relate to the hurts that they have experienced in their life and overcome. So these mentors are someone who for you have in your life to look up to. And you can increase their influence in your life by having pictures of them in your recovery journal, identifying the qualities which speak out to you, reading books that they have written, going as far as looking at different workshops or things that they might have produced, learning biographies of their life, going into a little bit more detail on articles that have been written about them. So you really have a chance to energetically connect to this mentor. And this will then become a very important unseen positive influence on you in your life. If you can do this, it will help you volumes in your recovery moving forward, because you'll see that as this mentor, which now is providing the positive influence on you and creating real results, instead of over idealizing a narcissistic psychopathic abuser who is meant to destroy you. It's about taking power back. It's about identifying and surrounding yourself with those people who possess in great quantity the qualities with which you admire. And with that, you'll able to really connect and bring those out, and it will bring yourself the opportunity to develop and expand on those and emanate that from your own life and give it life within you, and you'll furthermore develop your personality along those lines. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Love you.